Hello again everyone, it's me, MadameMacabre. If you are new here, welcome to my channel, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today we are going to be diving into part 3 of my Dear David React series. Once again, Dear David is a horror ARG created by artist Adam Ellis. Of course, I am aware this is a fictional story, however, as it is presented in an ARG style, I will be reacting as if this is being presented to me as fact, and that will influence the way I see things. Got it? Okay, let's dive right in. So last time we left off where Adam had seen some weird stuff in a photo he took in a warehouse, and he was getting close to taking off for a vacation in Japan. We're gonna jump ahead a little bit because he did some tweets where he was just in Japan and nothing was happening, but where we will pick up is Tuesday, October 3rd. And this new thread says, "It's my last full day in Japan. The past couple weeks have been pretty peaceful. I have people taking care of the cats and they say they've been doing fine. This morning I went for a long walk around Sapporo. I never really plan my vacations. I like to wander a lot and see what I find. I came across this statue in a park. I couldn't find out any real information about it online, but it was weird and pretty. I was taking pictures of it from different angles since it's cylindrical. I moved around to one side and almost dropped my phone when I saw it. It felt too similar to be a coincidence. I felt dizzy staring up at it. This kid with a dented head. I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe this is nothing. It doesn't feel like nothing. Anyway, I have to pack for my flight home in the morning. It'll be good to see the cats again at least. Yeah, if I was going through all that, wouldn't feel too great seeing something that looks eerily similar to a demon haunting me, so..." On October 5th, he makes it home safe, and then he updates again on the 14th after a little stretch of silence. "Weird things have been happening with the electricity in my apartment this week. First, 2 bulbs have burned out in the hallway in less than a week. At this point, I've just left it alone rather than get the ladder again. But the strangest thing has to do with the backlight on my TV. It's an LED strip that plugs into the TV itself via USB. The TV has to be on in order for the backlight to be on. But last night, the backlight was flickering on and off by itself. I noticed it just some time before dawn when I woke up and went into the kitchen to get some water. I'd barely gotten back into bed again when I saw a faint light coming from the living room. After a few seconds, it went dark again. I went back into the living room and stood there watching the backlight go on and off for at least a few minutes. It was bizarre. Eventually it stopped, and now the backlight doesn't work at all. It's only a couple months old, so it shouldn't be dead already. Anyway, I couldn't get back to sleep, so I went to a diner near my apartment. It was the only thing open at 4 a.m. Let's play, is it Denny's or a Waffle House? 2 pocket dimension conduits for sure, but very different pocket dimensions. When I got back home, the sun was starting to come up, so I figured I might as well shower and go into work early. I showered and brushed my teeth, then headed into the bedroom to get dressed. As I passed the front door, I thought I heard a faint scratch from the other side. It was so soft I wasn't really sure it had happened. I went over to the door, but I was too scared to look through the peephole. I couldn't bring myself to actually put my face that close to the sound, so I opted to take a photo through the peephole instead. Since there's a skylight just outside my door, the hall was awash in faint yellow-green light. I snapped a couple photos. At first, the pictures didn't seem like anything, just blurry nothingness. But as I analyzed it, I started noticing things. Part of a face, an ear, and an eye staring right back at me. All right, let's take a little peek. Adam, help me, I can't see it. I think maybe it's time to get someone else involved. It's obvious this isn't going to stop until I do something. I'm just not sure what that is yet. I'll let you all know when I figure it out. That doesn't help me, Adam. Oh, here we go. For those who couldn't make it out. All right, he's included a video. Let's check this out. Oh, I don't like that. Kind of looks like a baby doll, but still, Don't care for that, not a fan. Wait, and this is at 5 a.m.? David, I'm calling the police. It is way too dang early for you to be haunting already, okay? That's not alright. Alright, well, moving on, October 26th. Sorry for the radio silence for the past couple of weeks. First, I had a friend come over to do some cleansing stuff. She did the whole apartment and hallway. A lot of self-proclaimed professional mediums have reached out, plus about a dozen ghost hunter TV shows. I've declined them all because I don't really want strangers in my house sensationalizing what's going on. So instead, I had a friend come over and cleanse the place, and for about a week or so, it seemed like it worked. Things appeared to go back to normal. The cats weren't gathering at the door anymore, and I stopped having dreams. It was starting to seem like it was over. Then, one morning last week, I was walking to work and passed the shuttered warehouse as usual. This time, all the metal doors were wide open, sunlight pouring in. The warehouse was still mostly empty, except for one thing. There was a hearse parked near the back wall. The warehouse has been closed for over 2 months. I have no idea why it was open that day. Nobody was around. It was weird, but I tried not to think about it. It's not all that strange to see a hearse, I guess. Like, they have to park somewhere. I tried to put it out of my mind, and the next several days were uneventful. But something else happened last night. It was around 11 or so, and I was watching TV on the couch. I went into the living room to get a drink from the fridge, and I noticed both cats sitting by the far window, staring up at it. The window looks out onto the roof of the business next door. I glanced out the window but didn't see anything. I figured that maybe there was a mouse in the wall or something. I shrugged and grabbed a beer from the fridge. As I went into the kitchen to get a bottle opener, I noticed something. There's a window in the kitchen which looks out onto that same roof, and someone was standing on the roof, staring at me. I immediately ducked down. I reached up and flicked off the light switch. I peered over the windowsill but couldn't see much. My phone was in my pocket, so I grabbed it and took a photo. It was blurry and dark, but I swear someone was out there. I'm bad at seeing these things, you guys. I don't know what he's... You gotta hold my hand through this, Adam. I can't do it on my own. I tried to take a better photo, but the figure had disappeared. Okay. You're gonna need to help me out here, buddy. Highlight it like you did the other one, please. Okay, I sped ahead a little bit, and I'm not seeing anything being broken down for me, so I'm gonna try and go back and look one more time. I closed all the blinds and made sure the door was locked and then drank like 5 more beers until I was too drunk to be scared. I mean, that's one way to cope, I guess. Maybe not the best way. I mean, if that was the night the demon decided to get ya, yeah, you ain't getting away. But now I feel like I'm back at square one. I'm sure it was him. He's not going away. I don't know what to do. What you should have done in the first place was not ask a third question. Your one job. The one thing the little demon child told you not to do. I'm just never gonna let that go. It was too easy. It was too easy. How'd you mess that up? This might be long, but stick with me. Last night, I dreamed about him again. It was almost exactly the same as the first time I saw him. In the dream, I saw him in a chair again. I don't have the green chair in my room anymore. This time, it was a recliner I've had for years. He was staring right at me, just like the first time. Again, I felt paralyzed and could barely move. But this time, something was different. I still felt mostly immobile, but I could squirm just a little bit. I felt more alert. I could move my hands somewhat. David glared at me, and I dreaded what I knew was coming. He was going to get out of the chair and come toward me like before. I had to do something. I keep my phone next to me on the bed, and somehow I managed to get a hold of it. I thought, if David is going to kill me, maybe I can at least get evidence on my phone. I started snapping pictures in the dark. Sure enough, he crawled down off the chair and began shuffling toward me. He moved slowly, like it was a struggle for him. I felt terrified, but I kept taking photos. David limped closer to me, never taking his eyes off of me. Soon, I was face to face with him. He started muttering something, too quiet for me to understand. I watched his eyes as they rolled back in his head until they were all white. I tried to writhe away from him, but I could barely move. I stared in horror as he began climbing up onto my bed, still murmuring something. And that's when I woke up. Same as before, broad daylight, no trace of David anywhere. It's almost routine now, but it was a dream after all, so I got up and went to work, and after a while, the stress of the dream melted away. I wasn't even going to write about this since it wouldn't really be new information, but tonight I noticed something that petrified me. I went into my phone to find a picture from a couple days ago and saw dozens of pitch black photos on my camera roll, all from last night. I'm calling the police! That's a big nope from me. Yeah, don't like that. Really don't like that. That gave me a good shiver right there. It's better just to show you. Turn up your brightness because they're pretty dark. Oh, he's gonna share the photos with us. Goody, this is gonna be enjoyable. Don't care for that. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. Demon baby at 12 o'clock. Ooh, get it away from me. Oh God, there's more. I don't even have my brightness up, and that's enough for me. Ooh, oh God, there's more. Okay, let's... Oh, I don't like that at all. Okay, I'm about to throw a whole child right out the window. This is the one that made my heart drop. Yeah, same. Don't like that. Usually I can come up with some excuse for what's happening, but I have no logical explanation for this. So now I'm sitting here on my couch, freaking out. I certainly won't be able to sleep. I just felt like I needed to get this out. You need to get something out of your house for sure. Ooh, okay, I think that beautiful luminous portrait of our dearest David is a good place to go ahead and cut this one off. I think this is a good ending point. Okay, I'm having feelings, because, I know that's probably, a really, high-quality artist-made doll, but that just kind of makes things worse for me, because if y'all know me, I don't like dolls. Dolls freak me out, especially realistic-looking dolls. So, regardless of whether it truly is a child demon or a really well-made, creepy doll, I still lose in this situation, because I'm gonna be terrified either way. For God's sake, if I came home and someone put a doll like that in my house, I'd probably faint, okay? Not a fan of that. Okay, well, I think, once again, this is a good place to stop this video. I really hope you guys have been enjoying this series. It's been a lot of fun to make, and I will catch up with, I'm not sure how many more parts will be after this, because I'm not sure how much longer this is, but we will get through this together. Anyways, I will see you all next time in another video, and until then, remember, stay creepy.